Alright, there we go. So the last time I was here, I have a note still here for me. Expand blue chips on Vulcanis. And on the other side of this, a bunch of random numbers I don't know what mean anymore. That's wonderful. Alright, so blue chips on Vulcanis. I can do that. Alright, but I don't know what blue chips I am expanding. No, hold on. So there's something circuit. What are they called? Processing unit. Hold on. Okay, it's gone. So we have 2 down here, which are just making it for the network. Okay. So now we have 16 over here, which are making for the... Oop. For this, which is... And then grabbing this for the network. So this... Okay, so this has a shortage of green chips. These appear to be running at maximum. At their maximum. Oh no, there was a shortage there for a moment. Copper wire. So you coming from here, you're not getting enough copper. You're getting enough copper, but you're not. Okay. So we're down here. This line right here is not outputting enough copper. Okay, so Control C, U. Put you right there. Try that. And then it's probably the same thing on this side as well, isn't it? Yep, okay. Ooh, don't go too far. Right here. Great. Okay, now that's not putting out fast enough, so let's do this. You know what I should probably be doing? Here, okay. Let's just do it right here. And then we can just do this. Okay. Okay. Now, theoretically, now what am I doing with all that? I'm just throwing stuff out. Okay. Should I be sending excess copper out? Let's actually get rid of the input priority. Yeah, because I think... Cause at least it's full-ish. Okay. Now, in theory... Okay. Now, in theory, how much blue circuits do I actually need for everything here? Just everything. Products. Ingredients. Let's take a look. I think we have a lot of intermediaries, so we are looking for... There we go. So we are short by 13 whole units. Okay, and there we go. And I can see all that's consuming it. Yeah. So we have 21 assemblers consuming it, 8 rocket silos, and 1 foundry. Why would a foundry? Oh, probably... It's probably the blue logistics. No, is it green? Ah, there we go, green. Okay. Quick check. How are we doing over here? Steel productivity is probably fine. What am I researching? Yeah, that looks fine. 15,000 for the bomb. Wow. Okay. Oh yeah. That's what I should be doing. I should be filling out the defense on the side here and pushing southward. Because I want stone. Yes, stone. Okay, let me write that down. Novice. Square. Defense. Push south for stone. Because I need a lot of stone to make the researches here on Novice. There's also copper there. There's some nearby iron as well we could flex out. Yeah. And there's a good amount here as well, so flex out a little here as well. Get some stone. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we'll work on that later. We need a lot of... Okay. So now I need to know where the robo network is. And I have all of this up here, which is... Why did I abandon these? I didn't do anything with these. Why? Oh, I didn't set them up well enough. Yeah, this doesn't work very well. We'll just leave those alone for now. For now, I need a lot of space to make blue chips, and these need a good amount of blue chips as well, don't they? Let's check. They need at least 1.6 a second. Okay, so if we just go right there, so yeah, so we're 13 units shy. Okay. 13 units shy. Time. How much does this right here produce? Because we're 13 units shy, and I think this is the main production. It produces 1.2. Whew. And requires almost 24 green circuits. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good spot. Okay, so let's gas array advanced circuit. Okay, so let's start off with this. We want you to make this. Okay, so we'll figure this out in a moment. So we also need green and red chips. Which needs iron, plastic, and copper. This produces 2.5. This consumes 2.5. Okay, so hold on a second. This, if I give it a... How fast do I need? I need to increase the speed by... Not 25%? So that'll be fine. We can also throw productivity in there. So we can do this and this. And then we could... Hold on. And I think that gets that to match these. We'll wait for those, but we are going to need copper wire. Well, this is one option. That produces 5 a second. It's not enough. Let's check you. Yep. 12 a second. It's closer, but we don't need... Well, maybe, because this plus that... Okay, so just the 2 of these is 15. You know what? Hold on a second. Assume we do that. Let's cut that. Let's throw... Right now, that right there is going to be at least 15. Let's assume that's 1. So I need to produce at least 16. So I need an additional 33% speed. I can just use a single one of these, which boosts the speed by 50%. And then I think we can get away with doing that. Okay. We don't have speed modules at the moment. Okay, so let's... So you need to feed into these 2. And this one. These need to feed into here. That's a 1-to-1. So we need at least... We need slightly more speed out of these 2. Yeah, so let's add a single speed module to each of those. Which I don't seem to have. Okay. So that'll boost the speed by, what is it, 30%? Okay. Okay, so first of all, we're probably going to be building around this. So let's... You don't need to feed into either of those. You need to feed into these and this. Let's actually... Hold on. Hold on. No, hold on. What do you need? You need iron as well in here? Let's actually... Let's strip all of those out. Let's assume we're not using modules for this. So if we don't use modules, this pretty easily goes here and here. So that's going to require 15. That's going to put out 12. Okay. Okay, let's start with this. Let's put a speed module in there. See how much we get out of that. Because right now this is not producing enough green either. Producing a surplus of copper right now. Short on both of these. Okay. So you also need a green chip as well. Let's have you take... Let's max out your productivity. So, like this, we will need at least you and you. we will need bulk inserters to go here and here. Okay. Okay. So, like this, with all that production in there, we are producing not enough red chips, enough, but not enough. Okay. So, okay, hold on a second. Let me think about this. We are producing enough. Let's throw another speed in here. Let's throw one speed here and one speed here. One here. One here. And we would want a steel chest here and here. We're going to limit that to a single one. Okay. We'll also need you and you. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have all of those. Still not producing enough red. Okay, so let's take out you and you. Almost. Almost. Did it go down or up? Let's cut one more from here and I can see. Okay, so it went up. Combined they're making enough, but not together. Is that what I'm seeing here? Yes. Okay, so this is producing alone for this. So I need this to go up now. And this to go up. So this is producing 3.75, which is enough. This is producing enough here. This is providing for all of that. Oh, I also need to get iron plates in here. What's the easiest way to get iron plates in here? Okay. Not enough copper cable now. Okay. Let's add one more of those. Okay, so we're gonna need plastic. That's pretty simple. We just do this. But we also need to get here. I think the better option is to do this. Okay. Okay. Okay, that would allow me to get over here. We would want plastic. Over here we want iron plates. It's getting pretty rough over there. Hold on. It's on the south over here somewhere. And we're not producing enough artillery shells, are we? Where did I put those? There they are. There's some. You're not getting enough calcite. Okay, and we don't have enough calcite because... Oh, hold on a second. Okay, so you're going back to novice. You're coming to novice. Okay. So you have you do not have any calcite on you. You have these and these. You don't even have metallurgic science. You have plenty of this. You have more than enough of this. Is this why I'm building? Is this why I wanted more? Because you're not getting enough? Okay. So let's go back to this. Positive, positive, positive. Okay. That's good. And it needs an input of 7.5, 44 molten copper. Okay. Speaking of oh. You know what? Hold on a second. I think I want this on the opposite side. Just to make this arrangement easier. Okay, because this is going to be molten copper, and this is going to be sulfuric acid. Okay, and then as is, this is fully produces enough. Yes. Okay. So let's... Okay. And then we're going to take this. Put this here. Put this here. Okay. So that will produce exactly double that. So that'll produce half of one. Oh, that'll help. I think that's going to be the hardest part, is getting all the stuff I need in here. And then we're going to need power in the area, so we need here, here. Hold on. Let's start with this one. Okay. In those corner spots. Right, nuzzle here, here, and here. Okay, and let's take from here to here out. Okay. Okay, and then this right here, let's cut this out. Okay, because this is going to produce exactly half of one. Okay, so what we want to do then is here. So right about here. So that's going to produce one, correct? It's going to produce two, which at the very least gets enough for all of this, correct? Yes, okay. Now let's make sure, yep, that can be fully built. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I guess the first thing I should do is make sure it connects to power. Well, I think I have this one still. Yep. Okay. I don't know if all the modules are down, but we are going to need molten copper. Okay. Molten copper. Lava, copper. Pipes, pipes, pipes. Molten copper is coming up through here and here, I believe. No, that's not molten copper. That's... Oh, why are they using the same colors for some of this stuff? This one. Yes, that's molten copper. Okay. Ooh, I gotta be careful here. Okay, I also need sulfuric acid, which should be yellow. There it is. Yes, okay. Okay, so that should take care of the two fluids without issue, hopefully. And now we need to get plastic here and copper. So how much? We don't have everything yet, but... Okay, so we need a lot of iron. But we do need a lot of plastic as well. So right through here, get plastic. What is that? That's a blue belt? Okay. 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 And now the iron. Which is, where are you getting filled in, Mr. Iron Belt? All the way back over here. And hold on. Casting iron. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, maybe I should make some closer, maybe? That might be worthwhile. How much iron do you need? You're very hungry, needing 50 each. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna try and make some iron nearby. Oh boy. Okay, let's just max out speed and see how that does. I do think just to get started, I should bring up the iron from here. It won't be perfect, but it'll get us started. What did I mess up here? Dang it. Yeah. I didn't quite think about that. I thought it was in the center, but it's actually on the side. Can I fix that? Honestly, yeah, I could probably fix it just by doing this or this. Honestly, putting it to the outside is probably the easiest. That's not needed anymore. Steel plate productivity, that's nice. Hold on. Alright. Okay. Okay, it's partially operational now. You need slightly more than what you can provide. Oh, not really. It seems to be keeping up. Okay, and there goes some chips. I want to see what this is at max speed. Okay. You know what? Hold on a second. Should I leave this so high or should I take it off? You know what? Let's set this to 10. Keep 10 chips on hand. Set this to keep 25 on hand. And that should affect all of them, right? Yes, okay. Okay, so hopefully that helps with... That'll help a little bit, but we do need a lot more iron. Yeah, this is going to need a lot more iron to keep up. Okay, we clearly don't have enough of those, so let's assume no modules for now. So let's start with 6. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna have to wait a moment. Yeah, because now it's definitely not getting enough. Right, because all these red chips are being made. Oh, and we're definitely not getting enough plastic. Not getting enough solid fuel. Not getting enough light oil. That needs more heavy oil to produce. That needs more... Oh yeah, this is not very good for this, is this? Yeah. We'll have to okay, so we need to expand rocket fuel production on Vulcanis. Gotta add that to the list of things to do. Okay, and over here. Ooh. Okay, so over here, how much are you producing? You're producing 22.5? That'll help. 22.5. So you need a lot more iron. So we will get this going, at least. Hold on. Let's extend this up like here. Okay. Let's grab one more, put it right here. Okay. Now we need molten iron again. Which is this molten iron? It is. Excellent. No, hold on. Hold on, that's not very good. Okay. Let's have this prioritize input from this side here. So that should help smooth out that. Okay. Now you're heading back. You have some calcite now. And you have some calcite now. Okay. Now, I think I want to change this to 1,000. Because I think we need more calcite. Which means, just a heads up, where is all my calcite going? Goes here, 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 goes up here, swings all the way around here. Okay. Also goes over here, gets swung up to here. It's over here, and then gets swung all the way out to here. And gets thrown into that. That's not going to be good enough. I think what I want to do is bring You know what? Thinking about this, thinking about this. Is this in range? Yes, okay. Let's just put you right here. And you right here. Okay, we are going to throw in as much productivity as possible. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. And we are going to grab a requester chest. And then I'm going to add a section. No, not what I want to do. I want to do this. I want rocket construction, and I want 2 copies of it. Yes. Okay. Okay, now okay, we'll wait for a moment here. Okay. So I have these dedicated to calcite. Okay, so these go up to 36. So let's okay. Let's go all the way up to green on those. We have 0 on science. Okay, that's a concern. Red, green, blue, purple. Okay. Let's go take a look at that. This is basically over here. Blue, chemical. Chemical is this one. What are you missing? Sulfur. Where is sulfur? Where is sulfur indeed? Is that coming along this one? Why aren't you making sulfur? You need gas. You need light oil. You need heavy oil. You need coal. Okay, where's coal? Let's go down along the way. Coal comes from the main belt here. It's being prioritized to go out this way for this massive. Okay, but where does your petroleum go? Petroleum just goes into making plastic. Okay, basically I need more coal, so let's go down here. Aha, okay. Wait, this is going to be a problem pretty quick, isn't it? Some coal up at the top there. Yep, this is going to be a problem real fast. Okay, so... Okay. Hold on. There was coal coming onto this somewhere, wasn't there? Coal going up there. Coal coming down from here. Mostly getting eaten up by this, which needs more coal, which is why this is struggling as well. Okay. So just for a second, where am I going? Right here. Great. Okay, keep going. I don't know if I need a lot up here. We'll leave that as is. We'll check it out later, but I'll just get the main line through. Okay. Okay, now over here, you're empty, you're empty, you're empty. Okay. Okay. Do I have enough power to where I can take this off? 1.1 gigawatts maximum. 30.2. Okay. 30.2, that's the entire thing. Okay, we're going to take all of that off. Okay. And then we're going to take this. Put it right here. And here. Okay. Okay. That'll help a little bit, get some more coal going. Okay. How are these doing? Does this do what I want it to do? I'm not sure. Huh. Okay. Hopefully that does what I want it to do. I won't know for certain until these come back. You're satisfied at the moment. You're satisfied at the moment. Okay. Let's see how blue circuits are. Blue circuits are doing well up here on this side. Okay. So let's call that good at the moment. Alright. Okay. I'm going to take a little break for a bit. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.